continue to work hard and be tired and do everything for everyone else. We want to be able to just sit back and enjoy this journey that we are living, this one experience that we call life. We want it to be pleasurable for us. We don't want to just survive. We want to live. It's time for us to kind of move from being just strictly in survival mode. You know, I encourage everyone to continue to do the things that they need to do to be productive towards your life and your family, your future, your finances, or whatever you have to do. But take a moment. Take a moment to take a few deep breaths and smell the roses. Me and my son and I, we went out yesterday and we were kind of like bombarded by this beautiful yellow and black butterfly, and he was walking ahead of me and it kind of caught him off guard where he just started walking backwards towards me, and we were both just so mesmerized by the beauty of this black and yellow butterfly. And I looked up the spiritual meaning. I have to look up the spiritual meaning of everything. And black and yellow butterfly resembles new beginnings, optimism. It said, oh my goodness, it was a few things, but hope for a better future. And I was like, wow. It was just a really great spiritual meaning. I don't see butterflies all the time, but when I do, it just really means something to me. It did say some people believe that it may be their loved one their loved one that may have passed away, trying to relay a message over to them. And I don't know, just the beauty of butterflies. I think the reason why butterflies are so beautiful to me, and this may be the reason why other people admire butterflies so much as well, is because all they have to go through in this dark cocoon, and they just have to, even before their beauty is exposed to the world, they have to go through so much to fight so hard to get out of that darkness. And that reminds me of me. You know, so maybe that's why the beauty of butterflies mesmerize me. But yeah, we have fought long and hard, and you know, it's time for us to take a couple deep breaths and do a little self-reflection and just think about how far we have come opposed to the place where we began. You know, I don't want anyone to dwell on their past and, you know, think about the sorrow and the suffering they had to endure and all of that kind of stuff. I know a lot of people say I cannot forget where I came from, and by all means, you don't have to forget where you came from, but don't lose sight of the fact that this is a brand new day and this is a brand new you, and that was the old you. So you don't have to continue to take out a whole lot of time to reflect on things that happened in your past, because what has happened has happened. In all reality, the only moment that really truly counts is the present moment, the moment that we are living in right now. The past doesn't even matter anymore. You know, we try to use the past to determine our future, and that's one of the worst things we can do. Or we can find reasons in the past to make excuses for us to be where we are in our present, or make excuses why we can't do things moving forward. We make up too many excuses why we had to go through the things we had to go through, and our loved ones and this and whatever. You know, we find many, many reasons why it's so hard for us to move on and take the necessary steps to do things that we need to do to obtain the life that we want to obtain. And we have to be done with the excuses. We have to be done with living in the past. We have to be done with pointing the finger at everyone else and all of that kind of stuff, and learn how to soak in the present moment and move forward to our future and the things that God has in store for us for our future. There's so much waiting for us. There's so much out there waiting for us, and we won't even begin to come close to obtain things that God has for us if we keep holding on to things that don't matter. Excuse me, guys, my allergies. Sorry about that. But yeah, it's true. I mean, the things that I say to you guys on a regular basis, these are things that I incorporate in my life every single day. I don't even like the flashback pictures that come up on my phone, like this is you from 2 years ago, or today on this day 3 years ago, and I don't even open them up. I don't even look at pictures from 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago, especially not memories on social media, or not even my own personal flashbacks on my other apps or inside my gallery on my phone. I don't need no flashbacks. I don't. I don't, because I don't want to get stuck there. I want to move forward. I look forward to moving forward, and I try not to even get mentally consumed with the thoughts of what's going to happen moving forward. I don't worry about it at all, but I just want to do whatever I have to do that is in my power to be in this moment that I know that I have to do, of course, to elevate me or take the necessary steps or what have you. But I don't want to be consumed with that way or that way. I want to be consumed with this present moment, this moment right here, right now, the moment that I am sitting before you guys, speaking to you right now about being in the present moment. I want to be consumed with this moment, and I know that's not easy for everybody, but it does something for you mentally when you practice mindfulness. I just talked about that on Wednesday with my life lesson. I believe it was mental balance and learning how to practice mindfulness and being in the moment, in the world around you, what's happening in this moment right now. Like, how do you feel? What are you thinking? And all of that kind of stuff. It's just so much going on, and we bombard our brains with any and everything that sometimes we can't even possibly enjoy the moment, because we choose to be wrapped up in everything else. We think we have to worry about everything else. You know what I found through experience? When I let go of, what might happen or how a situation is going to be figured out and all of that kind of stuff, and I release the worries of it, I don't even carry the burdens of what might happen or how I'm going to figure a certain situation out. Some way, somehow, the situation always seems to figure itself out, even without me having to put worry on it. So I begin to practice that even more. I'm practicing that, like, I don't have to worry about things just in order for them to, work out in my favor, or, I have to figure out how a certain situation is going to play out and all of that kind of stuff. Worrying is a serious waste of time, and I choose not to do it. I choose not to do it. I don't worry about the future. I don't worry about the past. I don't worry about even, what's happening in this very moment. I just trust. I have faith. I trust God. And I believe in my heart that everything is going to work out for me in my favor. And I release that. I release that into the atmosphere, and it always comes back in return favorable for me. Even when situations, I guess, may not seem favorable, I always look at it in a way that it is favorable for me, that I may be able to benefit off of it or grow or learn from it, or, something. No situation just happens in vain. Everything happens for a reason. So we have to change our perspective. We got to change the way that we think about things sometimes, kind of shift it in our minds. That is the best thing that we can do for ourselves, because perspective is everything. How we view life is everything. How we think of the people and the things and the situations around us is really going to have a major impact on how we move forward. Our energy, our thought patterns, how we feel, our emotions, and how we approach different situations and different people and all of that kind of stuff. Sometimes we just need to change our perspective a little bit, and it will make it easier for us. And I know that that may not seem like an easy thing to do, because of course you're going to be biased to your own opinion. Sometimes we think we are always right, and this message may not be for everybody. This message may just be for those who are willing to open themselves up enough to grow and learn from their mistakes and get stuck out of the same life pattern that they have been in for the past some odd amount of years or time, months, days, or whatever. If it's like a revolving door, nothing is changing, and it's just pure insanity at this point, and you are sick and tired of being sick and tired. One of my biggest suggestions for you is to learn how to shift your perspective on life and on situations and on people, period, because it may not even be what you think it is. And we create all of these situations in our mind, and it sometimes it's not even real. We just create things in our own mind that have us all in an uproar for no reason. So kind of just shift your perspective a little bit and shift your focus and your energy, because sometimes we waste a whole lot of time thinking about things that is just not going to serve us or elevate us or take us where we need to go. We think about things that are totally way unnecessary. So I'm going to kind of allow that to lead me to my point, because I'm not going to be here very long. I just wanted to pop in and tell you guys good morning, happy Friday. I am definitely thinking about you guys. I really hope that things are beginning to flow favorably in your direction, because you are doing the things that you know you need to do to move forward in life. And that is my hope and prayer for each and every last one of you. I want things to work out for you. I don't care who you are, what part of the world you are in, what relationship you may have had with me, or it could be one of my exes or here. It's okay, boo boo. I don't hold no hard feelings or no resentment towards anybody. I am not going to obtain the things that I want to obtain in my future and in my life, being resentful or hateful or mean or mad or angry towards anybody. I just want too much out of life, and I know if I made the sacrifices and the changes that I made in my life before, I can continue to make changes in my heart and in my mind, change my heart posture, release the things that are not serving me. I'm sick of things being in my way. I'm sick of me being in my own way. I don't want to block my own blessings, and I don't want you to block your own blessings either. So I'm not saying, be anyone's fool or, cater to anyone else's emotions or anything like that. I want you to be able to cater to your own emotions. And that is what my point of what I actually wanted to talk about today is us learning how to cater to our own emotions, cater to our own feelings, cater to our own selves every single day on the regular basis. Cater to your mental capacity. I want you to think about yourself. Think about yourself more than you thinking about other people, even the raggedy behind kids. Sometimes we could be so, as a mother, and I love them to the utmost, but kids is going to be kids, and sometimes they have to learn from their own mistakes, and most times they don't even want to listen because you're the parent and they know more than you, of course. Of course, kids know more than us, teenagers, even the adult kids. So sometimes you just gotta let them be. And when they finish bumping their butts or whatever, and they really want to learn something about life, they will return back to the seasoned folk that been here long enough to tell them, give them some decent insight on helping guide them in the direction that will be beneficial towards them. So don't even waste your time or your thoughts or your energy being bombarded of the things that your children is or is not doing. I've been a mother for almost 30 years. So I believe that I have enough experience to give parenthood advice. It's not always going to be easy. I'm so grateful for where my children are in life today. They are doing well for themselves. I believe I taught them and is still teaching them what I can teach them and what they allow me to teach them. But I don't want to stress myself out about it. I want to work on myself. I want to focus on myself. I want to cater to myself. Even being a parent, it comes with no handbook. It's not easy. You know, we do the best that we can do with what we have. And I don't want anything just getting me totally out of whack. I want to be able to show up for me. I want to be able to be there for me. I want to bless me. I want to bless me. I love doing things for other people. I love helping other people. But how can I possibly do anything for anyone else or help anyone else if I don't know how to be there to show up and help myself? So today I put me first. I just do. That is a decision that I chose to make because I can show up in a more effective manner when I take care of myself first. And I take care of myself emotionally. I take care of myself mentally. I take care of myself spiritually. I take care of myself physically. I take care of myself financially. Listen, I like to buy myself something nice every now and then. I'm not mad at me for doing the things that I do for myself on a regular basis because most times nobody else is going to do it. Who are you going to find? Like, who can you point your finger at right here, right now, at this very moment, who is going to do the things for you that actually need to be done for you to show up and be productive in the way that you need to show up and be productive in your everyday life? Nobody is going to do it. And the reason why I wanted to talk about catering to ourselves on a regular basis, because I believe that oftentimes we let it get too far away from us. And it's so hard to pull it back. So I want us to be able to begin to practice these things, practice mindfulness, practice being there for yourself mentally and emotionally. Even if you don't want to do all of them right now, you don't have to do all of them right now. This point kind of piggybacks off of my Wednesday life lesson, and I'm not mad at myself for kind of stirring in this for a little while because of the importance of it. So I want us to be able to show up for ourselves mentally and emotionally, and I want you to focus on you. That's what I'm doing for myself right now, and I've been practicing it for quite some time, and sometimes it's still not easy, and I'm always so grateful and glad that I take time out to do it because I see the difference in it. I see me being able to snap back a little quicker than I may have been able to snap back before in the past when my thoughts begin to become idle and my mind is just all over the place. Having an idle mind is literally the enemy of mankind. You can get distracted, you can procrastinate, you can get stressed out. This is how depression sets in, and all of that kind of stuff is when we just let our minds go everywhere. Someone was talking to me about the suicide rate, and I just didn't even want to entertain that conversation because I thought it was horrific. I really do. I think it's, horrible, horrific, for anyone who comes to the point where they feel like they just don't want to live anymore. They just want to take their own lives. But if I can be a part of helping someone open their eyes to the fact of knowing that your life does not have to come to an end, and begging them to not take their own lives, then I want to be the person to entertain that conversation, because I know where I came from, and I know how hard it was for me, and I know how many times that I contemplated suicide, and I know how grateful I am that I didn't act on it. Like, I just couldn't even imagine. I couldn't imagine my children without me. Just me and what I offer to the world, and how powerful my testimony is, and just giving someone hope that, no matter how hard it may have started off for you, it does not have to end that way. So I'm so glad that I did not take that from the world. People, like, everyone brings something to this world that we all need. So even though this message may be for someone who may be contemplating suicide at this point, I'm begging you, please don't do it. Please don't do it. Go talk to someone that you love. And matter of fact, talk to yourself in a positive way, because I know you love yourself enough to not want to do that to yourself. So talk positive things over yourself, good things over yourself. Convince yourself of your own beauty, of your own kindness, of your own greatness, and just imagine this world just would not be the same without you. So that is for anyone who is just suffering in a way where it's just devastating to their mental health. Please just take some time out to work on yourself, and to cater to yourself, and to focus on your mental and emotional needs, because you need you. Even if you don't get what you need from outside sources, from other people, from everyone else, from anyone else, show up for yourself like never before. And the more that you do it, the easier that it is going to get. You're going to appreciate becoming one with yourself. You're going to appreciate the one-on-one time that you spend on yourself. You're going to appreciate giving yourself that inside hug that you need, and catering to yourself and being emotionally available for yourself. Don't just feel out of whack emotionally and leave those emotions there to, I guess, maybe kind of repair themselves or work on themselves. You go show up for your emotional needs and cater to your emotional needs. It's time for us to be there for ourselves. Take a moment, go somewhere and sit down, and stop trying to show up for everybody else. And we really have to learn how to be there and show up for ourselves. You need you, and you owe you. And that is probably the reason why we have gone so far in our mental health, where it is just so difficult for us to bring it back. It's not the circumstances, because life is going to happen. Your family is going to happen. Your bills are not going to stop coming in, or your kids are not going to stop getting on your nerves. The prices of gas ain't gonna stop going up. I can't promise you any of that, but I can promise you that if you show up for yourself mentally and emotionally, everything else is going to fall into place. You won't be stressed out or worried about nothing. And I'm telling you, because it works, and because I do it for myself on the constant basis. Even when I'm torn in between two places, my soon to be 17-year-old son played his first scrimmage football game yesterday. This house is so full of testosterone because it's football season. And then my 10-year-old was at football practice yesterday, and I was completely exhausted. I thank God for my soon-to-be 22-year-old son, because he is always there for us. But I was like torn in so many different directions, and I just had to sit down, go prepare myself a beautiful meal, and sit down and regroup and figure out, how these things were going to be resolved, where everyone got to and from where they had to get to and from safely, and all of that kind of stuff. And that is just one example. With being a single mother, sometimes you get torn in many different directions. But number one, ask for help. And that is just for, I don't care, even if you are in a bad place mentally, go somewhere and talk to someone and ask for help. Someone is more than willing to keep your personal information confidential, your personal business. You ain't got to go talk to somebody who ain't gonna do nothing but turn around and start running their mouth and all that kind of stuff. You can find somebody that you can entrust and that you can go and talk to. So that is one thing that I had to break myself out of, is thinking that I can't ask for help, or I wanted to be so tough and independent and all of that kind of stuff, where I asked for help today. I ask for help today wherever I can find help, because I'm one person. I'm only one person, and that's when things become overwhelming. I ask my kids, all of them, all from down the youngest down to the oldest, like I should not have to do everything by myself, and even mental wise. If I come in the house from a long day and my daughter's chatty on the phone, as 15-year-olds do, and I go in her room and I want to tell her, what happened during my day or whatever, then I'm like, excuse me, daughter, can you mute your phone for 3 minutes, because I just want to get something off my chest, and I just need that release sometimes, and oftentimes my daughter allows me to be that release. And, sometimes she will come to me if I'm downstairs in the kitchen fixing myself a cup of tea. She know I just came in, or, she'll pop in my room and, want to find out what happened at work today or whatever, if there's anything that I need to release. So sometimes if people know that you need them, they will show up for you. But a closed mouth ain't gonna get fed. You have to let people know that you need them sometimes. And it's very beneficial. It's beneficial for you. So I think that we hold things in too much. We hold it in. We don't want to release it. We try to take care of it all by ourselves and all of that kind of stuff. And it's nothing wrong with catering to yourself and doing any and everything that you have to do to make sure that you are okay. So that is it. That is my message for today. Listen, good morning. Happy Friday. God bless you. And I love you guys so much. Thank you for your views and your likes and your hearts. And it blesses me. I look at that kind of stuff and it really, really blesses me. Your encouraging words when you guys leave me comments and all that kind of stuff. It does something for me. It really does. I don't forget those things. So I just want to let you guys know that I am really, really grateful for that. Before I jump off, I just want to let you guys know really quickly. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'm almost at 600 subscribers on YouTube. I'm like, wow. I remember it was in the double digits. I don't ever remember it being in the single digits. I think people just kind of, when I first represented myself to the world in that manner, and hey, this is what I'm doing right now, people started subscribing, but I think it kind of stopped and lingered for a little while when it double digits my number of subscribers. And now that I see my subscribers in the triple digits, I'm like, what? So it is just really, really amazing to me and grateful to me that so many people have subscribed to my YouTube channel thus far. And if you are a subscriber, thank you, thank you, thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel. I am so, so grateful for that. If not, go ahead on. I'm telling you, subscribe to True Value Knowing Your Worth. I do put things on my social media platform, but sometimes I put things on my YouTube channel that I don't always put on my social media platform. So it's not the same. It is, by all means, it is not all the same content. You might see some of the same things popping up on both platforms, but all of it is just not the same. So I prioritize all of them. I really hope that my messages and my testimonies are helping someone somehow, somewhere. Talk to someone, tell someone who you may think need a few words of encouragement, and let them know that suggest me to them. I'll just say it that way. But anyway, that is True Value Knowing Your Worth on YouTube. You can Google it, put it right in your Google, it will pop up. My book will pop up. You can just go ahead and hit that button and it will take you straight to Amazon. You can take a glimpse inside the book, even if you are not ready to purchase it. Just kind of read a little bit about what True Value Knowing Your Worth is about. So that is the name of my YouTube channel, and that is also the name of my very first book, True Value Knowing Your Worth. My second book is called Walking Treasure, Discover Your Hidden Treasures. My third book, Feed Your Soul, Your Personal Guide to Health and Wellness. And my favorite, I don't know why, I love Religiously, and that is taking a closer look at spirituality and religion. So go ahead on and support a sister. Check me out. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Once again, happy Friday. You guys look forward to more life lessons. Lord willing, I will be right back here on Wednesday with another week's life lesson, and also back next Friday with just a quick insight messages. So I will continue to upload content as often as I possibly can, and just my quick short videos that are on YouTube. They're 30-second to 1 minute videos with power-packed inspirational videos. So it's a lot of that going on my YouTube channel as well. If you don't want to sit in for an hour long or half an hour long motivational video, you can just jump on and get some of that real quick 1 minute powerful motivation that might help carry you through a long day, make a long day even shorter. So God bless you guys, and I love you, and thank you once again. You guys go ahead out here and enjoy your weekend. Be safe, take care of you, cater to you, straight from your girl. Trust me, it works. I love you, and God bless you.